Hi, I will be answering your questions today. I've got lots of inquiries and you guys are sending me great questions. If you're here for the first time, welcome to our community. My name is Guzalia Davis. I am a hypnotherapist. I work with clients and I also teach hypnosis. Alright, let's get started. First question, gender relate. I'll actually read the whole question. If I am a man, is it better to work with a male hypnotist or a female? I heard that male hypnotists are much more assertive and authoritative. In this case, would be more appropriate to talk about the style in which a hypnotist delivers hypnosis. I used to believe that most male hypnotists work in authoritative style. It's a more direct, domineering, commanding style. It's not going to be this relaxing, soft, and nurturing style. It will be most likely loud voice, fast pace, very direct, commanding suggestions. And when we think about female hypnotists, we imagine soft, caring, very nurturing, it's even mothering style. But now that I've seen so many different hypnotists working, I can see that men also can be very soft and nurturing, can be very soft-spoken. And women also can be very domineering and authoritative. My natural style is very soft and nurturing. You can hear it in my voice. And that what attracts most of my clients. I heard your voice and I instantly relaxed. Or I could hear kindness in your voice. Or I knew I will feel safe and comfortable with you. But when the situation calls for it, I too can be domineering. I too can be very direct with my hypnotic suggestions, and I can even yell if it's required. When a client comes to me, I have to understand who it is, what type of personality it is, what are their needs. I have to step into their world. I have to adapt, and I have to deliver hypnosis in a way that would be most appropriate, therefore most effective for this person. And we're all so very different and we need different things. So, to answer your question, gender doesn't really matter. You need to find someone with whom you are going to be comfortable and who can deliver what you need. Even if you've never been hypnotized, you still have some sort of idea what it's going to be like. What do you imagine? What makes you want to go see a hypnotist? Not just the goal, the whole experience. What do you imagine it's going to be like? Do you imagine yourself being deeply relaxed, comfortable, peaceful? Then you need to find someone who works in that style, soft, caring, and nurturing. We also call the style permissive. Yes, probably most women work in that style, but you also will find plenty of male hypnotists working in this style. Or perhaps you're on the opposite spectrum. You want to feel this assertiveness. You want someone to tell you what to do and chase you into the success. Then you need someone assertive, commanding, authoritative, domineering. How do you figure out who is going to be a good match? You need to get to know this hypnotist. Yes, getting on the phone and spending a few minutes talking to them would be helpful. You'll get a feel. Do you feel comfortable with them? Can you trust them? Do they understand your needs? But you also need to see how they work. And we are so lucky to live in this day, having all these technologies at our disposal. Every working hypnotist has an array of recordings available for you to sample. You can get audios probably free, of their website. You can watch their videos. You're going to their website, check everything that is available. And also simply copy their name and put it into your browser. So if there is anything available, you'll find it. Videos on YouTube, you might find articles, blog, you might find podcasts, interviews. You will get a feel what they are as a human being in general and how good are they at their craft. And also I want to add, just from experience with my clients, some issues are so delicate, you may have to consider the gender of the hypnotist. If, for example, you would like to work on the issue that is related to intimacy, with whom you'd be more comfortable to discuss it, man or a woman. So in that case, you may want to consider the gender. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. Next. Actually, this one is very common too, about the number of the sessions required for the treatment. That depends on the complexity of the issue and how deep do you want to work. Let's take sleep, for example. How big is a problem? Are you having trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, sleeping deep enough? Are you experiencing nightmares? Do you wake up lacking energies as though you didn't get any sleep? What is the actual problem? If you have problem with falling asleep, for example, due to what? Are you in pain? Do you experience anxiety? Do you worry about your future? What keeps you awake? Yes, we can work on the very surface and give you hypnotic suggestions, program you for falling asleep. But if the problem is much bigger than just being able to fall asleep, anxiety, fears, whatever, resentments about past, then we have to work on that. And that needs more time. What if it's a chronic issue that you've been struggling with for years and you don't even remember how it started? Maybe there is some illness, maybe a lot of pain. Maybe you are on medication that disrupts your sleep patterns. Now we need to address all of it, and that takes time. So you are calling to a hypnotherapist thinking you just need one session to fix your sleep. And hypnotherapist, understanding from the experience that it may entail much more, starts asking you all sorts of questions. How is your lifestyle in general? How is your health in general? What do you exactly mean by not being able to fall asleep? What do you exactly mean when you say you cannot sleep? And while you are listing all these problems, hypnotherapist has to figure out how much time will I need to properly address all of these issues. You have to address the root cause, because working on the symptom, not being able to sleep as a symptom, is not effective. You need to address the root cause. So sleep can be from one session to maybe 4, 6. Weight, again, what are the components of the weight problem? Do you need to just stop craving sugar? 1 session. If this is an emotional eating, you need more, maybe 2, 3 sessions just for that, to figure out what are you trying to fill in. If this is stress, again, depends on how deep is the problem. Weight is actually one of the most complex issues. If this is a serious problem, to work with it seriously, we need whole program. 6, 8 sessions, 12 would be perfect. For smoking, I would say 1 to 4 sessions. To minimize the amount of sessions needed, you need to do good prep work and supplemental hypnosis recordings. When I take in a client, they get a preparation package. There are some prompts for self-reflection, the form with the questionnaires. This is not just for me to understand their situations, their pain points, but also it's for the client to clarify the actual issue and the goal. Then I have a little coaching video session explaining how hypnosis works, how they need to prepare, and I have few recordings, hypnosis recordings, for relaxation, for sleep, for boosting mood. The purpose of those recordings, of course, to help client to feel better as soon as possible, but also to teach the client to be hypnotized. If you've never been hypnotized or have never meditated, it will take extra time for me to teach you. And I don't want to take that time out of your appointment for which you will be paying for. I'd rather you do it on your own at home with recorded sessions that I provided. So you enjoy those recordings on your own time, at your own pace, and you are training your mind just like a muscle to be hypnotized. By the time you get to the actual appointment with me, I know that your mind is ready for deeper work. Now I will be able to hypnotize you deeper, therefore everything we'll do in the session will be more effective. And it's great that our technologies allow us to do all this prep work ahead of time. And I also provide post-appointment package with more hypnosis recordings. This way you don't have to come back for another appointment for simple reinforcement. You can do it with supplemental audio recordings. So when I work with clients, every session is a deep work. We don't have to take time out of your appointment for simple relaxation, for teaching you how to be hypnotized, for teaching you all the techniques, stress management and relaxation techniques I would like you to use at home. I don't have to do it during appointment. I can provide it in recorded format. So during appointment we only do deep strategic work. And this is how I teach my students, even while they're still learning. They're already building a library of supplemental audios and videos. But not all hypnotherapists work this way. That's why you need to talk to them, ask your questions, and understand their process. Next question. Can you learn hypnosis from a book? You can learn theory. You can understand the process, the science behind it. You can even get those written scripts. Scripts is a text for the hypnosis session or a meditation. Read it and you will induce trance. You will probably trigger some positive changes, but to truly become a hypnotist, you have to experience hypnosis enough to rearrange your neurology. So you're not just reading scripts or repeating memorized linguistic patterns. You actually think this way and you always talk this way. Unfortunately, this is not the case with most of the schools. It's not enough to truly become a hypnotist. It's not enough. What is really required? 3 steps are required for you to become a hypnotist. Theory, then you need to experience hypnosis, and then you need to put what you've learned and experienced into practice right away. In my school, this is what we do. My students get hypnotized in every class. This is how we learn every technique. I explain theory, then I demonstrate it, and then they all get hypnotized to experience that, and then they practice these techniques with each other. Next question. About the office. Everybody asked if I'm planning to go back to the office. No, No, I will not. You cannot pay me enough to go back to the office. I'm 100% online. All my appointments are online. I teach online. I consult online. Convenient and effective. You don't need to waste time for driving. Clients are feeling safe and very comfortable in their own homes, and the technology is a huge plus. I record every appointment. You can view video recording of your session. Clients love to observe themselves being in trance, and you can use the actual hypnosis recordings for reinforcement. So to answer your question, no, I am not planning to go back to the office. If you were holding out, hoping for in-person appointment, give up that hope. To be honest, I don't even know any other hypnotist that works in the office. Everybody transitioned to online. And another plus, more flexibility in the schedule. When I worked in the office, no way I would go there at 6 o'clock in the morning or stay there till 9 o'clock at night. My hours were restricted. Now I'm from home, more flexible. If you'd like to do an appointment before going to work because you cannot take time off your work, I totally understand it. It's not hard for me to give you this appointment. Whether before, when I was renting office in a clinic, I simply couldn't get in till 9 a.m. And the same with evening, you want to have your appointment after your work, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., even 9 p.m. I am fine with this. And even with the weekends, clinics are closed on weekends. But from home, I can give you this appointment. Question about YouTube meditations and hypnosis recordings. Are they effective? Yes, they are. They are. They're just not personalized. They're general. But they're still helpful, at least to some degree. Here's how to get the most out of them. Pick an issue, only one at a time, and work on it at least one whole month. Two better, but at least one full month. Focus on one issue. Let's say this is sleep. Find the recordings that you like for improving sleep and use it as a program. So you're not listening just one recording for the entire month. If you like it a lot, yes, you can repeat it, but you want to build a program from different recordings, addressing different angles of that specific problems that you're experiencing. Again, sleep. Fall asleep, stay asleep, don't wake up at night, sleep deeply and peacefully, wake up refreshed. You're building a full program. This way you can achieve better results. Please wait. Find recordings addressing different components of these problems that you experience and build it as a program. Obviously, track everything you do. Track the progress. Monitor the way you feel. This way you can actually measure your progress. Then it's real. The difference between those recordings and actually working with a hypnotherapist, we can figure out your unique problem, where it's rooted. We can work deeper. During appointment, I monitor your reaction, the way you respond to my words. And I know how to improve this experience for you, how to induce deeper trance. The general recordings are not catered to you specifically. They are general. Again, not to say that they're not effective. They are. It's just to what degree in your specific situation they can help. How to brainwash yourself if you cannot afford a hypnotist. Again, you have to be very strategic. Pick one issue or goal and stick with this. And all the techniques that you are going to be using should be focused on that one single goal. The more of different techniques you will use, the better. Affirmations work better if you do it in emotional state or a trance state. You can write down your affirmations, focusing on that single goal you've picked for yourself right now, and then listen to those general recordings on YouTube for relaxations. Even I have them on my YouTube channel. That will relax you, and then from that relaxed state, read your affirmations, speak them out loud or in your mind, repeat them over and over and over. Actually, writing repeatedly those affirmations too, very helpful. Write it 5 times every morning. Won't take much time. Then you can speak it while looking at yourself in the mirror, while brushing teeth, for example. Morning and evening, repeat it 3 times. The best time to write it actually while you are already in bed. It should be the last thing you do before falling asleep. You're in bed with your journal. Write it down. Write not in the future tense, as if it's happening now or already happened. You write it down as affirmation, or even as though you're writing a letter telling about this wonderful thing that happened to you. You're sharing this good news with your friend. I am completely healed. I feel wonderful. I'm in best shape ever. You don't need to write pages and pages, just few sentences. You close it, turn off light, and you go to sleep, because those will be last thoughts before you falling asleep. They will keep processing through your dreams, through repetition. See, consistency is a must here. Through repetition, it's like droplets of water polishing the stone. Over and over and over, the same thing happened to your mind. At first, it will be, no, it's not true. No, it's not true. No, it doesn't match the real picture. And then through repetition, it will at some point accept it as a new truth and push out the old truth. You are brainwashing yourself in a gentle but very effective way. By the way, when you are falling asleep, you know this maybe minute or 2 we have. The state in between the awakening and sleep. You're kind of drifting, but you're still aware of everything that's going on around. This is natural trance state. In this state, your mind is very receptive. You can give yourself suggestions. Repeat those affirmations you've designed for yourself. Or imagine achieving your goal, or feeling a certain way, or healing completely. And again, repetition is needed for at least 1 month. So this is how you brainwash yourself. Alright, next question. I don't really know what I want. Can hypnosis help me figure out my potential and what am I good at? Yes, but maybe you should start with other tools. There are so many available to help you understand yourself. Study yourself. You should be passionate about this subject. If you don't know where to start, get astrological chart, your birth chart. It's a good start. Or start studying numerology, not with a goal to become a numerologist, but to study yourself, to understand yourself better. Or do a face reading, or a hand reading, or even profiling. You do not need to become a specialist in those things, but at least learn the basics and apply it to yourself. All of us have enormous potential. We all have many talents, but most never use any of the potential. And that is so unfortunate. Are you taking in new clients? Yes. Next. Curious about hypnosis. Really want to get an appointment, but don't know if it will work for me. To get a sample. Are you back from your break? Are you seeing clients? I have been seeing clients. You can book, call me, or send an email. Looking at your training programs. What are prerequisites? There are none. None. If you are interested, you can book a call. I'll answer all your questions. Will help you to pick the right program. You can also join our group on Facebook and talk to students. Can hypnosis help with hair loss? Yes and no. If the hair loss is due to aging, normal male pattern of hair loss, no, hypnosis will not help you to stop it. If your hair loss is due to stress, then in this case, hypnosis can be very helpful. When you are stressed or experiencing pain, worrying about future, even if you are in a place where you don't want to be, surrounded by people you don't trust or don't like for prolonged periods of time, the tension in your body will block normal blood flow to your head. Your hair will not get proper nutrients. And you may see some hair loss, hair getting fragile. In this case, hypnosis can be very helpful. But if this is your case, know that you need to address your emotional state, learn relaxation techniques, manage your stress level. Hypnosis for back pain. If this is physical issue, hypnosis can help you relax, therefore will help you to speed up healing and release tension. But we can work deeper than that. We can find the root of your problem. It can be psychosomatics. What weight are you carrying? Whose responsibilities you took on? Lower back pain is also can be a symptom of worrying about money, feeling that you're lacking resources. So yes, if it's a physical issue, there's some organic changes. Hypnosis can be helpful with pain management and relaxation, but if your pain has some emotional root, then hypnosis works wonders. Here's homework for you. Reflect on how much is on your plate, how many responsibilities you have, whose work are you doing, how many people are you taking care of, how many obligations you have. Are they all necessary? Start to lighten up your plate, and you'll see very soon you'll feel better. Yes, I'm back to work, and you will see more of me. And if you need an appointment, you can book it now. There is a few weeks back up, but it's not bad. If you need an appointment, you can call me. Well, all right. I think I'm going to wrap up for today. There were a lot of questions about weight and anxiety and confidence. We'll continue this conversation. I thank you for your interest in hypnosis and all the questions, and I thank you for your time.